you have ahead of you. And there's so many questions out there that I wanted to just make a quick video to kind of clear things up and clarify things. So first off, this unban as it stands is only for ESL. Now that means ESLs, IAMs, ESL Pro League and whatnot we could plan. That is probably 50, maybe even over half the tournaments that this game has to offer, right? There's IAM Oakland, IAM New York, IAM Katowice, Cologne. There's Pro League finals twice a year. There's a lot of tournaments. Okay, it's probably over half the tournaments, but we have not yet been unbanned from other entities, other orgs. DreamHack is owned by the same parent company from ESL. That does not mean they're unbanning us. Absolutely not. I have no idea if they will. Maybe they will. Hopefully they will. If you guys tweet at them, maybe, they will. Who knows, right? ECS has not announced anything either. And, of course, Valve, I would assume it would probably never happen. So here's the thing. Everybody's asking, what are we going to do? Who are we going to play with? Stuff like that. For me, the list of people that I would play with is a very short list. I really only think, there's like 15, maybe tops NA players in this game, maybe 20 if you really stretch it, that I really think could play at a very, very high level. So the options can be very, very limited. Having said that, if we were unbanned from all these other tournament organizations, I firmly believe that we could put together 5 players that I would be confident in going up against anybody in the world. Now, doesn't mean that we would get, like Stewie or Automatic or something like that from Cloud9, because they probably want to, play in majors. But, there's other players out there, maybe the Optic guys, right? Like Rush, I think, is a top 5 player. Naf is fucking incredible. His ceiling is one of the best players in North America. Guys like that who might sacrifice majors in order to, have the best team possible that they could be on and go to every tournament that are not majors, right? And just make that sacrifice. But having said that, if we don't get unbanned from like ECS, DreamHack, I think the list of players that would want to play with us is a very short list. Our options would be extremely limited. DreamHack is huge events. They've hosted majors before, like DreamHack Winter is really big. All the summer events, the circuit events that they've been doing, around North America. There's a lot that DreamHack offers. So if we don't get unbanned from there, we don't get unbanned from ECS. There's a lot of these other tournaments, Star Ladder and things that we might not be unbanned from. And if that's the case, it's going to be really, really difficult to field a team of 5 that I'd be really confident in. As far as like options of players in Europe, I think FXEO would be awesome to play with. I think that guy was incredible, has a really high skill ceiling. Obviously, he's in the same boat and situation as us. If he's able to move to North America, that could be an option. The opping list is really, really short. Not many players out there who aren't, on teams. And really the only North American opera that I think is like really any good, I mean, unless I'm forgetting somebody, is Ska. And obviously Ska is attached to C9. So, there's still a lot of obstacles. A lot of people say, what are you going to do for a team? Most likely it's going to be me, Swag, and AZK unless something crazy happens. It's pretty much almost locked in, 100% that's going to be us 3 doing something together. What division would you start in? In Pro League, Premier, ESEA Main, IM Open? I have no idea. I think the main and all those seasons has already started. So if we wanted to play, we'd need to figure out something quick. And then obviously we're not going to get a Pro League spot. So I'm not sure what we would do unless we joined, like us 3 joined a Pro League team that was already established and then played with 2 other players who obviously aren't tier 1 talents, right? No tier 1 talents are just going to pick us up like that for Pro League and Pro League alone. So maybe we'd even start an open. Like, I have no idea. Could you imagine being in the server and you play your first open match and then you play against us? That would be actually hilarious. Got a couple tweets like that. So that would be pretty funny. Now, what other questions do we have? A few more questions that I have. I made a post on Twitter asking, so we got some responses. Someone asked what the expectations are for that I would have for this team and moving forward competition-wise. I think if we could pick up 2 players that I think would be equivalent talent-wise to me, AZK, and Swag, and be on that level, I think within I would expect within after 6 months, maybe at like the 8-month mark, that we should be competing like a top 5 team in the world. That's what I would expect. Absolutely. 100%. And I think we'd be a threat to win events. And yeah, I think we'd be really, really fucking good. That's what I would absolutely expect. And I firmly believe that would be a possibility. If we are not unbanned from, DreamHack, ECS, Star Ladder, stuff like that, and it remains like a ban for all these other tournaments and majors, then we wouldn't be able to get as good players, in my opinion. And I don't think top 5 would be possible in that aspect unless we picked up some guys that just super, improved and became like that great, kind of like gems or something like that. And if that was the case, then, maybe like top 8, top 7 team in the world, but still top 10 in my opinion. Some people were asking how I felt when Mo called me. I was really pissed off because I woke up after like 2 hours of sleep to Mo calling my fucking cell phone. And I'm like, God damn it, what the fuck does Mo want? And then he answered, or I answered, and it was him, and I just figured he was fucking trolling, just doing some fucking practical joke or some shit for his stream or his YouTube, so I was just pissed. But then I found out it was real, and I couldn't go back to sleep for like an hour and a half. Kind of was just staying up, tweeting a little bit, talking to some people, and then finally I was able to go back to sleep. But once I found out that he wasn't trolling, I don't know, I wasn't even like, I just didn't really have any emotions because I just woke up after like 2 hours of sleeping, which is like the worst shit ever. When you wake up after, when you're in a deep sleep and you wake up after 2 hours, it's just awful. I'm sure a lot of you guys know how I felt, where you're just like a zombie. I don't know. But then after a bit, I got, pretty joyful. Was like, okay, this is cool. I don't want to get too hyped because I don't really know if, other tournament organizations are going to follow suit. I don't really know what my options are, but let's explore all my options. Let's really look at everything and talk to some people and see what we could do with this. Next thing was, will I continue streaming on YouTube? Absolutely. So the thing about playing competitively is it could be for a short amount of time, right? And who knows how long CSGO will go on for. But YouTube is something I could do for the next 10 years. I mean, this could be like a long-term plan. So this is something that I really want to build upon. I started my YouTube in early 2017, and we just hit 100,000 subs. I think we're growing at a good pace, especially now that I'm doing tons of original content. And I know you guys are happy with it because you are all telling me so in the comments on Twitter and everything. And I'm seeing great growth. So this is something that I want to continue on in the future because I think I have like a creative side that I could use to make really good original content. And I think I could do this for a long time. The next thing was getting this question a lot. Will I play with Steel? The answer is absolutely no. Under no circumstances would I play with Steel. It's just not an option. It's not something I think I need to explain. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and attack someone just because I don't want to play on a team with them. I just don't want to play on a team with Steel and Counter-Strike. Like, it's as simple as that. It's just not something I enjoyed. It's not something that I would enjoy, and it's not an option that I have. And that's it. All right? Enough with that question, man. Other question I was getting is about Hiko. Hiko's on Rogue. I'm not going to join Rogue. He's already signed to them. Probably not an option. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this little update. I'll try to maybe do another video in like a week. I'm just going to keep you guys updated on the YouTube. I'll keep answering questions. I'll keep telling you guys what's going on, and I'll make sure you guys are informed and in the loop. Thank you guys all for the support. I swear to God, I mean it 100%. I said it on my stream. Without you guys, raising a fuss, right? Talking about it, being annoying, always bringing it into conversations on like Reddit and everything like that, this would not have happened. I promise you this would not have happened. But because it was constantly in the public's eyes, it was constantly a question that organizers had to think about, ESL stepped up to the plate and did it. And I want to thank the people at ESL that had our backs and were arguing on our case, because there was opposition, 100%. It's not like this just went super clean. Like, I'm sure people were against it, but here we are, and we are unbanned from the largest trendsetter, the biggest organization, the leader in the industry when it comes to esports events. So thank you, ESL, and thank all of you.